Hey everybody, Dan Anderson here with Kingdom Way Ministries with today's Monday mission post to incite and outfit your kingdom leadership. So I have a question for you today. It's actually a question I hear posed by a lot of people that I coach or that I'm involved with, business owners, some ministry leaders in group settings. This is the question I get: how do you discern God's direction or hear from Him and apply that to your leadership and your business so that you are walking in step and in tandem with what God is doing and joining Him in that? And I have a couple other things I'd like to share in the next couple weeks about this and invite you to event. But first, I think one of the things is we just got to slow down. Today I'm in Wisconsin practicing a little bit of a Sabbath of sorts on my Saturday. Tomorrow I get to share at the church that I accepted Christ in years ago when I was 10. So I'm really pumped about that. But I've been running hard the last 2, 3 or more weeks. And I've been tired, and I decided, well, I'm just going to go for a walk, and I stumbled across, take a look at this amazing trail, some just series of trails in Wisconsin, and immediately it took me back to the days when I was a young man, a teenager in the tree stand, and just enjoying time, talking to God, and feeling like He was speaking to me. So there's a couple things. One is we got to make the time for just to settle down and to settle our souls, to revive our souls, and then just talk to God and listen. And get this: a lot of times it's not just the pace that we need to slow, but it's also the place that we need to find. Throughout the years, I've had these places where I felt like God has met me, and the second I stepped on this trail, it took me right back, as I said, and I felt my soul being revived. I felt connected to God again, and just being able to enjoy time with Him and hearing from Him about things I'm wrestling with and I'm asking Him about right now. So it's slowing the pace, but finding the place. Think of Abraham in chapter 12 of Genesis, and throughout his whole story, if you read that, like Bethel was one of those places for him. The house of God is what Bethel means. And he heard God's promises speaking to him in a personal way, and he followed, he obeyed God, even though he didn't know where he was going. He just went. Isn't that amazing? And God blessed him immensely for that obedience, but it started from hearing from Him, and he set up altars to worship, to sacrifice, to express his thanksgiving. That's the other thing, is when we hear from Him, let's be obedient and let's express our thanksgiving through worship. So where are those places? I have several in my mind I go back to, and almost every time I go there, I feel like it's like bringing me right into God's presence. Abraham had those. He went back to Bethel and other places often throughout, well, maybe not too often in his journeys, but went back to those places because he knew he met God there. So where are those places? Would you find them? List some in the comments below. Where or how do you slow your pace and to replenish? These two things, pace and place, are essential. And guess what? We're having an event coming up with Richard Blackaby, who's written a book with his dad, Experiencing God, How to Hear from God or Hearing from God. And we've asked him to come October 27th to address this very thing: how to get in sync with God and your kingdom leadership, wherever God has placed you. So go to kingdomwayministries.net/events, and we have an event in northern Colorado, in Loveland area, Fort Collins area, in the morning from 8 to 10:30. And also, this is the first time we're expanding into Denver as well. Jubilee Fellowship is going to be hosting us right in the Denver Tech Center from noon to 12 or 2:30. So breakfast will be included in the morning event, lunch in the afternoon event. So please put your comments below. How do you slow your pace? Where are the places you like to meet God? And go to our website, sign up. And if you are in a position to sponsor, we would love you to consider that, as we can't do this without your support and those sponsors bringing people to fill their tables. So I hope you'll leave some comments, check that out, and we'll see you there. In the meantime, don't forget to seek to make Him famous as you make your work and your ministry one. Lord bless you.